leadership of the teams and the messaging that they give their players. But make no mistake, they want to be top dogs. Every one of these teams want to say we're champs of Europe, because that in itself is an absolutely amazing accolade, an amazing achievement, and then just have as much momentum as they can, carrying them forward over the next 2 weeks to Sweden, where fireworks will be going off, mate. As here we see Portugal and Great Britain kicking it off, Vince. This one's going to be epic.
All right, right now, as you've been waiting for, everyone in the chat, the game is playing. Now, Portugal is in the red, Great Britain is in the white. We already know Portugal is a problem, having scores all around, but the veteran squad from the UK, Great Britain, is no one to be messed with. Right there, a nice little quick slam, a jam out underneath the rim. 3-2. We're already starting at a slow pace, but this is going to be a long one, Chris, for sure. And also, let's let you know, this is a one-time win. This is a one-game play-in, all right? Win or go home, and that is going to be the key right here. So much pressure, all right? And then the winner of this will be facing off a juggernaut representing Europe, which is Turkey. Everyone has Turkey in their sights, and if you take them out, then you will be punching your ticket to Jönköping, Sweden. That's the thing. Spain will be facing France. Man, right there. A nice slam. Okay, Great Britain, I see you, baby. Keep going. All right. Now, we're not counting any of these teams out. But the thing about this is that once you win this game, you got one semifinal, and that's going to be a best of 3. You win that best of 3, and then you'll be punching your ticket to Jönköping, Sweden, because it is the top 2 squads that are going to be representing Europe, all right? So the Europe Finals is definitely going to be a spectacular event, because when you're facing face-to-face, because it is an offline event in Sweden, a nice little reverse jam. Yeah, baby, I see ya, big man. This right here is going to be a game. But Big Yeesh, I see ya, definitely going to go back and forth. Now, as you already know, PT Creative, coming off from the point guard from Portugal, is someone that you do not want to mess with. But Henry Jones has been a dominant force right there. Number 59 on Portugal in the red. As you say, crossing up. Let's see, No Brain Salazar giving right to the corner. And then, bam! Here we go. Going to the left, getting a nice offensive board. PT Creative trying to get the man survey the land, but the big fella, nice mid-range, gave it up. No Brain, giving up to the top of the key. This is a no man's land. Step back, couldn't stroke it green. Great rebound by the big fella right there representing UK. Now let's see what's going to happen here.
So far, so good. Great Britain will be pretty happy with this start, I think, Vince. You know, a low-scoring, cagey affair once again. But Great Britain up 8-3 as we see a solid dunk in the paint. And this will be Portugal taking the time out and saying, whoa, 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 guys, let's switch on here, okay? It's only 5 points. It's early days. We appreciate that. However, you don't want to give a really dynamic, talented young team like Great Britain too much of a breather, too much breathing room at all whatsoever, as Portugal work their open shot but miss it, Vince. And here come Great Britain back down the other and trying to build on this lead.
Definitely. Oh, a nice little two-handed jam by UK, baby. Nice 7-point lead, and there's a minute and 50 left in the first quarter. And man, Chris, I don't know. Portugal's being a little shook right now, but we know they can ball. They got to find some redemption to come back into this first quarter.
Well, what they're doing is they're facing off against a Great Britain team that is in full stride. We spoke about this earlier on, pre-production, and then as well when we went live, that this is a Team GB that is really hitting their form at exactly the right time in the tournament. You don't want to peak too soon. A la Greece, a la Italy, phenomenal performances, but couldn't quite maintain that level of intensity all the way through. Well, it feels like Great Britain kind of started a little slow, actually. Still figuring each other out. That can happen a lot when you have fantastic, I guess, individual stars on a team. It takes them a while to warm up and actually play as a team. But here they come, and now they are peaking at exactly the right time as they have a 10-point lead over Portugal early in this one, Vince. And alarm bells have to be going off if you are Portugal, because in what is so far a low-scoring and cagey affair, 10 points is a little bit of a mountain.
Oh, it's definitely a mountain, but you gotta watch out for what they can do. And I'm gonna say one more time, Henry Jones have been averaging almost double-doubles every single game. We have to see this big fella step up. If he does not, it's gonna be a problem. But Sam the Ruler is also someone that can definitely ball right there on the UK. That's gonna be a great matchup going back and forth. But nice slam the roller, baby! Rolling the rim, and that's a slam we like to see in eFIBA Season 2.
Absolutely gorgeous dunk right there. And we are having fun in this one, Vince. Still that 10-point lead. Solid offensive board right there, and a foul just to slow things down. But already in the bonus, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. Great Britain. Big man shoots free throw. Big man miss free throw. Trying to knock this one in, and he's 0 for 2. Oh! Doing his best impersonation of Shaq as we see a dunk at the other end. Portugal chipping away at this lead with a really nice quick transition bucket, about 1.5 seconds from rebound to point right there. You love to see it. The lead is still 8, but GB Una will be milking this clock all the way down, about 4 seconds in between clock and shot clock, to take the final shot and have the final say in this one, as we see two players activated. A good look from the corner, and it's good. Team Great Britain with an 11-point lead here. 5.3 left in the first quarter, Vince. And so far, so good. They'll be feeling very good about this performance.
They should feel good, and let you guys know, when it comes to Great Britain and Portugal, they're 0-2 in the sense of Great Britain has taken them out twice when it came to the regular play during the season. So Portugal's definitely trying to get some revenge against them, but Great Britain is definitely showing that poise, saying, nah, we're going undefeated against y'all. We're the top dog. We want to head to the semifinals.
Now, historically speaking, this is probably one of the more talented squads, Team GP, right? But not a lot of experience playing together. But that's where 𝙒𝙬𝙘𝙪's leadership has been just phenomenal at this tournament. So we see a nice step back three-pointer right there. Well taken by Portugal. And he's really galvanized this team into a unit who are listening to one another, communicating. Obviously, they have coaching staff as well. And as we said, just finding momentum at exactly the right time when they can be most dangerous, trying to win, get in, and then have a crack at Turkey, which is going to be very, very interesting, and try and book their ticket, if they can, to Sweden. So far, a pretty good effort from Great Britain. Portugal, we know, can pour in the points, Vince, so this 8-point lead is not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. But a low-scoring affair, which will be favoring Great Britain, as we see him work a nice open three, but he missed it. And just a couple of shots that you would typically expect the Portuguese to be dropping in, just not quite going their way, rimming out right there. And so Great Britain get a bit of a reprieve here, as we see a good drive up and under. The ball will not drop, but the little man's going to go to this paint right here to have a couple of free throws.
Let's make these free throws down. Now, 𝑉 are definitely one of the top guards when it comes to UK, and a lot of fans. And people talk right now, has the IQ, but I also want to mention that the last time these teams faced up was day 4. It was a close game. Great Britain only won by 6 points. So there is a possibility that Portugal can come out on top. You know, I am not biased. I'm rooting for any team that's showing skills. But right here, Jinxie, another great point guard, trying to find the nice man underneath the rim. A disrespectful slammer jammer. Woo! Cocked it back and say, welcome to my house.
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels, mate. That was Guy Ritchie all over again. You love to see it as the Portuguese work an open 3. It doesn't quite rattle home. Kick it back out on the offensive board. They had a couple of bites at the cookie, but don't get even a crumb right there. Team Great Britain doing just enough defensively to hold onto this 9-point lead and try to add to it here. Good cut to the bucket, a nice rejection. Good defense from Portugal at the other end.
Beautiful, beautiful. And also, shout out to everybody who's been watching it and stroking the green. Portugal getting the green B. R.I.P. Hayes. I know I'm bald guy. Bald guy is back, but the one and only trumpet monkey is here as well. My brother, Chris Simpson. And please, if you want to get some more information about this fantastic season, go to eFIBA.basketball right now. Find out another 3 going on. But again, eFIBA.basketball to find out all the teams that have been playing, if your federation was there, and also follow us on all different social media content when it comes to eFIBA eFIBA official. That's eFIBA official. And when it comes to Instagram and TikTok, it's eFIBA_official. We want you to be a part of this community and let us keep pushing to one of the greatest seasons we ever had, and we just want to get better. But as you see, 24-15, nice little lay, but a foul, and Great Britain is pulling away slowly.
Yeah, this 9-point lead that we're feeling pretty good about this. The one thing that was escaping Great Britain when we talk about momentum and we talk about their performance improving as we just see the ball. Oh no, okay, there was a deflection. You didn't just throw that into the 5th row right there. Is their ability to kind of play a complete game is the expression, right? The full 4 quarters with consistency. That's what Spain does, for example. Now, Great Britain, though, have been finding that form and have been doing that. So let's see, can they maintain this lead? Can they hold Portugal at bay as they extend the lead to 11 there with a nice 15-footer kind of from the elbow there? Very, very nice. Can they put together 4 quarters in a row when it matters in this win and you're in? And, of course, then really take it to Turkey. In the best of 3s, we see a nice cut and a dunk right there from Portugal. They'll take as many points as they can get when they're on offer just to stay relevant in this one. But so far, so good. Under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Team Great Britain with the ball in a 9-point lead, Vince. This is kind of coming as a bit of a surprise to a few folks, I think.
Just a little bit of surprise, but at the end of the day, Portugal ain't gonna give up. A nice little glide to the rim. That is crafty. Kyrie Irving, how many layup packages does he have in his bag? That was beautiful. But I want to tell everybody right now, this game, Portugal versus Great Britain, is best of 1. Then when we go to the semifinals, when it's in the Europe finals, then that's going to be a best of 3. And then the finals, there will be best of 3 because 2 of the squads from Europe will be advancing. When we get to the other regions, it's going to be a little bit of change. South America, best of 3, but it's just 1 final. North America, we're going to have a best of 1 in the semifinals between Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. But then we got best of 3, who's going to face USA, and a nice slammer jammer from Puerto Rico on Portugal right under there. Portugal, wow, Portugal, because 19-28. Getting everything mixed up.
Well, in fairness, mate, that was a long sentence, and that dunk took the wind out of all of us. That was gorgeous, Vince. As you see, Great Britain, getting rejected. Mate, that was prom night all over again for me. Hard to watch, but also beautiful as we see a dunk, and this is exactly what the Portuguese will have ordered, Vince. They needed a few defensive stops, a couple of quick buckets themselves just to get back in this one, and that is why they're so dangerous. Great Britain right here, and 𝐿𝐴𝐺, who you can see there, their captain, will be talking to the lads right now saying, let's make sure we don't have an empty trip, but just like that, the Portuguese get in the passing lane to turn it over. We got ourselves a strong finish here in the 2nd quarter, Vince. Portugal trying to get relevant again in this game.
Trailing by almost double digits and now coming in right now only down by 7. We know Portugal has heart. We know they got fight, and right there showing their might, 28-23 to basically close the gap to almost a 5-point deficit is something to be proud of. But Great Britain is sweating, I think, just a little bit, Chris.
Yeah, that was a really, really solid, I would say, final 90 seconds or so here from Portugal, right? Great Britain were in the driving seat, but that's what a great team can do. They can just find their form real quick as we see a good bucket right there and a strong finish. That was 3 seconds from inbound to layup against a really good Portuguese defense. And no one wants to, everyone wants the last word here in the first half, Vince. Look at this. Even Portugal working down the court really quickly so they can get an inbound play and probably a 3-pointer off here, which would be huge if they can knock this in, because that'll make it a 4-point game. What do they have? 1.4 on the clock. It's got to be catch, got to be shoot. It is. It rims out, but a very solid finish there for Portugal. They've made themselves relevant in this one. They did outscore Great Britain there in the 2nd quarter, and now the 2nd half will kick off. The Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken, get the inbound here, and they'll be looking to draw first blood in the 2nd half, Vince.
7 points. Now, Great Britain has to utilize what they have, all right? We know about Sam the Ruler, but let's go down the lineup really fast because Great Britain has 𝑉 as a point guard, 𝐺𝐼, your one and only Kai Bands, 𝙤𝙬, and Sam the Ruler is a big fella. But then on Portugal, PT Crib, no brain Salazar, Gunax, and also Barindo, and also Henry Jones. They have players, okay? And they just got to make sure they play their role, but a nice little fillet. Was that a goaltend?
That's a goaltend. That's going to count. Count it. That was a goaltend. He stroked the green and got it on the downward trajectory of the ball. But Vince, full court pressure, trap game coming out from Portugal there, as it was Great Britain with the inbounds, my mistake. And that was very interesting to see, as we got a nice block off the glass right there. And Team Great Britain weathering this Portuguese storm so far in the third, Vince. This is really impressive.
Oh, very impressive indeed, indeed. Also to RGM Silva 7, the reason why this is best of one is because this is a play-in. They're going to the semifinals, and a gliding Skywalker dunk by the little fella there on Great Britain. I'm telling you, this team is going nowhere, but Portugal still got some gas in that tank. They're going to go onto another level now, because that was just disrespectful, Chris.
Yeah, climbing the imaginary ladder. You love to see it, man. Here we go. I'm impressed with both teams, absolutely. But the ability of Great Britain, look at this. Look at this full court pressure, Vince, right here. It's hard to beat, man. They are just being a nuisance here, Portugal, trying it all, but Great Britain not cracking under this pressure. A double screen right there. I'm loving this tactic. Look at that, working the open three. Just misses, but the offensive board restarts the offense. Really, really good tactics on display here from Team GB. And I gotta tell you, Vince, with a massive alley-oop. What a dunk. I am hugely impressed by Great Britain's performance here.
Oh, it's a great performance. And again, I know a lot of people are asking questions in the chat. How is this tournament being done for the finals for Europe, North America, and South America? Go to eFIBA basketball. We can explain on and on, but me and my man Chris got to pay attention to the game. But go to eFIBA basketball as soon as you can. We got all the brackets. We got all the information that you need. As you see at the bottom of the screen, nice little jump and a nice little dunk. 27-36, and Portugal, again, clawing back. They're keeping it a one-digit lead, Chris. They got to knock down some threes to spread it.
Absolutely, got to be within touching distance for the fourth quarter, especially. But while we're making recommendations to chat as well, guys, exclamation mark survey. Win yourself some swag, guys. Vince and I don't even have those hoodies yet. Fill in the survey. You can get yourself a hoodie, a ball, a 2K game code, as we see a gorgeous three at the other end from Great Britain, reestablishing that 12-point differential. Go fill in that survey, guys. It takes about a minute, and you can get the epic swag. I'm looking forward to my Lucky Loser t-shirt for the Lucky Loser bracket, Vince, as we see Portugal answer with a three of their own when we get to Sweden. I got to have it, mate.
Gotta have it, baby. Gotta have it. I want it. But, man, again, 9-point lead. Hazard the chinner, trying to be Hazard the winner, knocking down that beautiful three previously. But right here, Jenkins right there, being that guard, having the handles for days, trying to get an ankle breaker, creating separation. Nice pass to right there on the corner, off the elbow, mid-range, could not knock it down, and Portugal in control.
This has been a really, really, really impressive performance from Great Britain so far. They've just about here put together three solid quarters, as we see Portugal drawing the foul underneath the hoop. Not quite sure if he was in the act of shooting there. No, he wasn't. They'll get 14 seconds and a fresh inbounds right here. Trying to chip away at this lead, but Great Britain will be thinking, job nearly done, as we see a good timeout here. There'll be 9 seconds left on the shot clock. And again, a low-scoring, cagey affair, Vince, which means 9 points. Kind of feels like a little bit more than it should be.
Kind of feels more than it should be, but I got to see some players that have definitely been balling out. No Brain Salazar right now in double digits, but V. Gunner with 14 points on Great Britain. So no brain from Portugal, definitely putting the team on his back, making it a 7-point deficit. But the one thing I do know is that each of these teams are not giving up without a fight. But what you're going to do, are you going to go inside out? Are we going to take advantage of the poppers in the sense of using that big man to score that easy mid-range? Because I want to see the mid-range more, baby. Dunks are cool, threes are great, but the mid-range is unforeseen. But right there, that floaty, but getting that offensive rebound, keeping control, as now restart to the shot clock. UK can definitely do a nice little slip and dip. That's how you take advantage when the defense breaks down.
Yeah, absolutely. Being hard to guard off the ball. And that's where real life basketball tactics come into it, which I love about Pro-Am mode 5v5. If you're just tuning in, as we see, oh, he's going to draw the foul and the big man will shoot free throw. Can he knock him in? Nice defensive effort there, though, as the big man does stroke a green on the first shot. And, oh, missed the second one, though, so the lead will remain 8. Love the way Pro-Am mode has actually 5v5, so 10 players in total playing from their homes. You're seeing both captains there for Portugal and Great Britain, respectively. And obviously the communication, the coordination, not to mention the skills have to be phenomenal. Nice offensive board again. Gotta take that dunk right there with authority. And that is a statement right there, Vince, as they extend the lead back to 10.
Yeah, and I love the pride of it. And also, shout out to British UK esports. They had this fantastic promotion when it came to Great Britain. I just watched it on YouTube. It was absolutely amazing. It was on Instagram, actually, and it was fantastic team. But also, Thiago, representing Portugal. Again, we had an interview with him saying, look, you guys ain't talking about us. We could definitely ball, and they're proving that here because they have not given up. And a great three-pointer, three-ball corner pocket going into the end of the third quarter, Chris. This is going to be a bout.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see there, they draw the foul. Smart foul right there, Portugal. Means Great Britain aren't going to have a clean catch and shoot right here. Probably going to try the alley-oop, which they do. It doesn't quite go according to plan. But now Portugal will get the inbounds, Vince, with the lead cut to 8. What can they do? Any bucket here is good and makes things interesting, as now we are going to find out what this Team GB is made of. Can they put together the consistency that is required if you want to be a champion at this level, Vince? 4 quarters of intense 2K international basketball. That's what the doctor ordered. Let's see if they're going to take the prescription.
Absolutely, and now shout out to my man Chris Martinez. We used to do this great stream on the FIBA page, and the thing is that, do you have the stones? All right, you got those big stones. Let's see if you got them. All right, because I do know that Portugal is still clawing back, 35-43. That's not a big deficit with a full almost 4:30 left in the fourth quarter. All right, but here's the thing: defensive plays like this can get you to the top. Nice fast break, beautiful catch by No Brain, and very smart transition foul to stop that momentum.
Yes, so far so good though. 30 seconds into the fourth quarter here. No one's had a bucket. Just kind of going backwards and forwards. Oh, left him open there on the wing. Didn't want to stroke it though. Wasn't feeling it. Good cut. Good bucket. The lead is 6. And here comes that full court pressure again. They are definitely dedicated to getting the ball to Gunnar, man. And he brings it up the court securely. Gliding. Oh, I thought he was going to pull up and have that one right there. Trying to work the open shot. Corner man. This is where every possession becomes crucial, as we see a turnover. They got handsy. Foot on the line, trying to secure possession. And just like that, Portugal making themselves very relevant in this game, Vince, because a bucket here, and we could see either a 1 possession or just a 4-point lead. Nice cut. Big block right there, though. Impressive stuff. Great defense from Great Britain.
Rejected and put him in the friend zone. Oh my God, that was terrible. But as you see, the amazing patch that we got with NBA 2K24 is that just because you're going around the line on the out of bounds doesn't mean it's not gonna be out of bounds. I'm sorry, that was a dominant, thunderous jam by the one and only Great Britain. 37-45, they're still getting at it. But now, as you can see, they're really getting handsies on both ends, Chris. They're really not keeping it to themselves. Shares is carrying, but you got to be careful with the fouls, because then you go in the bonus and you can go to that free throw line.
Ooh, nice quick dunk, and you are spot on, though. I mean, it is getting absolutely scratchy out there, man. They're fighting tooth and nail to try and get possession, as we see a wide open three-pointer, and he missed it. Oh, that could come back to haunt him here, as we see a good foul at the other end, because he had an open shooter in the corner. Better to give up that foul right there than give up the three-pointer and make this a 1-possession game. Now Great Britain will have to clamp down. So I'm liking the big brain activity we're seeing from both teams, actually, but Great Britain in particular, as they try to defend this delicate, this fragile lead right here, Vince.
Very fragile, all right? One thing, mama may be crystal, daddy may be glass, but they're trying to see through it because all I know is if they take one wrong step, Portugal can come out on top. 2:39 left in the quarter, and somebody is saying, hey, what's that sound? Look, this is eFIBA Season 2, baby. We're making it realistic. We're in a real situation. There's fans, there's dribbling, there's the squeak of your sneakers. We want you to be here, and we have two amazing commentators. Come on, my man Trumpet Monkey and your one and only Vince Chang. We got this, baby. But yo, I just want to see who's going to have their flight to your trip in Sweden, because this is a one and done, best of one, and then they're going to semifinals facing Turkey, and that's going to be crazy with another 3-ball corner pocket, and now it's a 3-point game.
Here we go, Vince. 2:06 left on the clock. 3-point lead if you're Team GB. You're pumping the brakes here. You're getting the lads on the same page. Everyone up the same hymn sheet right here. The full court pressure is there. You got to be chillaxed. You got to have ice cold water in the veins. Play your game, but no empty trips for either team now. And a date with Turkey is on the line as they work the open three, and another miss. And down the stretch here, Great Britain's shooting has let them down as we see another corner three. Tied ball game, Vince. Everything to play for, and the Portuguese just woke up in the fourth quarter.
45-45. Sam the Ruler almost get a double-double, but I'm telling you, this Portuguese team ain't going nowhere. I just know one word in Portuguese was obrigado, which I know just means like hello or something like that. But they're saying hello definitely to Great Britain, but a great offensive board. And the big fella, as soon as I mentioned this man's name, Sam the Ruler comes back, and now this has a double-double. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, that was a nice dunk, an important offensive rebound. It doesn't matter where the points come from now, Vince. You just can't have those empty trips. They knew that. And down the other end, Portugal taking care of business with a nice high percentage shot as well. Or should I say a dunk? Very nice stuff. It's a cagey affair, a low-scoring affair. We've seen a lot of skills as we get a great turnover right here for Portugal. And just like that, the momentum seems to be back within. Phenomenal stuff.
Phenomenal indeed. We got people in the chat saying it's Sam versus Salazar. Big Sam is definitely going in. Jinxie may be a little bit nervous, but you know he's ready for this pressure. But right here, Portugal finally has the lead since the first quarter, 49-47. Can they hold it with 45 seconds left?
Absolutely phenomenal time to retake the lead in under a minute here. And Great Britain, Vince, on the verge of going home unless they can find a bucket here. Pulling up the three, it's missed again. Huge offensive board. Got to take a timeout, draws the foul instead. This is massive. Not for the faint of heart. We hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. There are definitely going to be two possessions here. Great Britain trying to work a shot. Good cut to the rim. Turnover. Portugal's defense showing out. There is no shot clock. They have to foul Great Britain. And now their defense has to show up. These are some big free throws, Vince.
This may be one of the best games we've seen when it comes to eFIBA Season 2. Knocking down that first free throw is key, but now missing the second one, we know Great Britain can knock down the 3-ball, and this 3-ball corner pocket couldn't get it. Oh, man! Is that game right there, Chris?
Oh, he's got to be the saddest man on the planet right now. They got the look they wanted, Vince. They had to foul immediately again. It is not over, folks, but it is going to take something magical. They're going to have to channel their inner Harry Potter Team Great Britain here. Platform 9.5. Dial me up a flying car. Anything. They need 5 points in a hurry, mate. And what a fantastic performance from Portugal to snap victory from the jaws of defeat. Unless Great Britain can get a bucket here in a hurry and then quickly get the ball back, it is going to be game. 3 points. 8.7 left. Got to get the steal.
Are they going
It's a vice. It's a penis flytrap. It's not coming out of there, Vince. They can't get it out. And free throws at the other end. That is probably going to be all that she wrote. Phenomenal Portuguese performance. Legendary, in fact. One for the ages, mate. Take nothing away from Great Britain. They were in the driver's seat for most of the game, but they have to play the full 4 quarters, Vince.
Wingardia Winiosa. That's what I'm
Wow.
talking about, baby. Here's the thing. We did not sleep on Portugal, even though the country thought we did. PT Creative right now ready to go crazy, but hats off to the Great Britain. You know, you guys got some powerhouse teams, but